What's up, baseball fans? So, when did Baseball Reference start doing a simulated season? I think this is a great idea. It's fun, and if anything, it gives us a possible preview of a 2020 season if it does happen. So the way Baseball Reference is doing the simulated season is they are running through Out of the Park Baseball. So Out of the Park Baseball, I think it's a good program. I thought there were a few things that were questionable in the MLB Dream Bracket. You got a couple head scratchers, but overall, I think it's a great program. And if anything, it gives you some kind of an idea of what things could look like projection-wise. All right, so let's waste no more time. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look. All right, am I going to have my mind blown here? All right, so AL East, Yankees, Rays, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Orioles so far. That's pretty close to what I was thinking it was going to be looking like. So far, the Yankees are 3 games ahead of the Rays. Red Sox are 8.5 back in the division. They are a good 5.5 behind the Rays. Blue Jays are pretty close to the Red Sox. Who knows? Maybe the Blue Jays could end up getting that third place spot. And the Orioles are definitely looking like where they should be, where they're at. AL Central, Indians are leading the Central, 33-19. Wow, look at the Indians. Look at that. They are looking pretty good. 4 games ahead of a really talented Twins team. You get the White Sox right there. That looks like what I would think the White Sox are going to be looking like right now. Royals, Tigers, bottom of the division. AL West. Oh, the Mariners are leading the division, or they're tied. What? How are the Mariners right there? They're ahead of the Astros and the Angels. That's crazy. And look at the Rangers. What the heck happened to the Rangers? I mean, I'm not surprised the Rangers are looking like that. Yeah, they got Corey Kluber, but I mean, the offense just isn't very good. Yeah, I mean, the bullpen is a little questionable, but wow, really, they're doing that bad? I mean, in this season, you would definitely expect Corey Kluber to get traded off to a contender, I would imagine, but we'll go look at his stats here in a little bit. Moving into the National League, Braves in first place, like I thought how it would be. Nationals right there in second. Got the Mets right there. They're right there in it. Phillies, wow, the Phillies are not looking very good. 20-30. Wow. And the Marlins in last. But wow, look at the Phillies. They're not doing very good. I mean, at this point, last season, the Phillies were looking pretty good. Moving on to the Central, Cardinals. Wow, the Pirates are in second. Oh my. They got a lot of young guys that must be stepping up. Reds are in third right there. Brewers. Wow. The Cubs are doing that bad. Wow. That is, man, I don't know. I don't think the Cubs are going to be doing that bad. I don't know. Well, whatever. I'll get into my thoughts here in a second. NL West, Dodgers. Look at the Rockies. I said the Rockies, when I went over my 14-team playoff predictions a few videos ago, I said, looking at the Rockies, they have one of the best offenses in baseball, and they have pitching. It's just a matter of, can they be effective, and can they stay healthy? So the Rockies, they have good pieces on that team. The Rockies are one of those teams that when you predict them to be bad, they usually do good, and then everyone's hopes get all high and they think the Rockies are going to be a great team that next season, and then they just do really bad. So in this simulation, I am not surprised the Rockies are in second here. Yeah, they're a good 7 games back. I'm not surprised though. The Rockies are they have good talent on that team. So we'll take a look at that team here in a second. Diamondbacks not doing as good as I thought they would. Giants, wow, looking at the Padres, the Giants are doing better than the Padres right now. So yeah, there's definitely some things I expected, but there's a couple of surprises here so far. Yeah, so let's get into the stats. Let's kind of look at how some of these players are doing and who are the league leaders. All right, so looking at league leaders, let's just go to the wins above replacement. It's not the end-all be-all, but I definitely think it just gives you a good idea. Francisco Lindor right now, the highest wins above replacement in the league. Look at Juan Soto. He is definitely proving to be one of the better players in the league. Mike Trout, wow, look at Mike Trout. I'm surprised he's not in first there. Bellinger doing good. Ozzie Albies, wow. Albies has a higher wins above replacement than Acuna Jr. Acuna Jr. is not even in the top 10 here. Wow, look at Toshman. Toshman with a 2.5 wins above replacement. Wow. He has the highest wins above replacement on that Yankee team. That's crazy. Juan Soto leading in batting average. He's leading on base, leading in slugging. Look at Juan Soto. Wow. OPS he's leading. I mean, in this scenario, you have to think Juan Soto is the leading candidate for MVP in the National League. Taking a look, Francisco Lindor, he's not in the top 10 in average, not in the top 10 in on base. Wow, how is Francisco? Okay, so Lindor, okay, so he is 6th in slugging percentage. How about OPS? Okay, so Lindor is 6th right there. So right now, Juan Soto would be leading MVP. I mean, in the National League. So it seems like you would have some debate for the American League. Let's take a look at some pitching. All right, so right now Scherzer is just being Max Scherzer, 3.3 wins above replacement. Look at Giolito. He's doing really well for the White Sox, but the White Sox right there, you know, I mean, he's giving them all he can here in this simulation, but the White Sox are a little out of first place right now. Garrett Cole, he's doing well for the Yankees. Kershaw, Buehler. Wow, look at those two. They're doing really good. DeGrom is being DeGrom. Okay, so it looks like Bieber, he's having a really good year on the mound so far in the simulation, so that could be one reason the Indians are in first place here. So moving on here, let's take a look at ERA. Where is ERA? Here we go. Wow, Walker Buehler so far, 1.77 ERA and 1.89 for Giolito. Wow, look at this. Wow, Williams, Trevor Williams. Last year in 2019, he had a 0.7 wins above replacement and a 5.38 ERA, and he is stepping up for the Pirates. So that's one reason why the Pirates are doing so well, because he is just breaking out. What else? How about strikeouts here? Strikeouts. Where are the strikeouts? Here we go. All right, so let's take a look at strikeouts per 9. So Giolito is leading the way. He's having a really good year. I mean, in this scenario, it looks like Giolito is definitely going to be Cy Young in the American League, at least at this moment. Scherzer, 12.6 per 9. So Scherzer and Giolito look like they're the two best pitchers in the league. I mean, Giolito is very talented. Look out for him. He is absolutely a Cy Young candidate this year. In the simulation, they really like him. Let's go back to the offense real quick. So look at Pete Alonso. So how many games have they played? So they have played, so looking at the Mets, 27-24. So they've played 51 games so far. And he has 20 home runs. Wow. 20 home runs through 51 games. That's crazy. So that's about 1/3 of the season already. So if he keeps that pace for the rest of the season, they're projecting Pete Alonso to have close to 60 home runs. Are you kidding me? Arenado, 17. Trout, being Trout, he's always right around that number. Very interesting stats. So let's break down the teams real quick. Let's see how some of these teams are being surprise teams. All right, so let's take a look at the Indians really quick. So I'm very intrigued that the Indians are ahead here. I mean, there's still time left in this simulation. I mean, I'm not sure how long this simulation is going. I'm not sure if they're just doing a regular 162-game season. But either way, if Major League Baseball does end up doing an 82-game season, you can always just look at it at that point. But whatever, I digress. But let's take a look at the Indians real quick. So Lindor definitely leading the way. Jose Ramirez, he is doing pretty good. 279 average, 11 homers, 31 RBIs, doing pretty good. I mean, they're getting a lot of contributions from guys. Carlos Santana, Greg Allen, Cesar Hernandez, Jordan Luplow, leading in RBIs so far. Lindor, Reyes, Ramirez, Santana. Those guys, a lot. Just a good team contribution here. Everyone is contributing. So a lot of double-digit RBI so far. I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys with at least 30 RBIs. Domingo Santana is 29, Hernandez 28. So a lot of guys are chipping in. And as for the pitching, I mean, Shane Bieber, he's doing really good. 8-2, 3.27 ERA. He is leading the way. So let's check out. So right now, it looks like these guys are in the starting rotation. Bieber, he's doing great. Cavalli, he's doing good. ERA is, whatever, but he's throwing some innings. He's giving innings. He's 5-3. Carlos Carrasco, 3-2, about 4 earned per game. Scott Moss, Clevinger, he's struggling a little bit, 4.65 ERA. But it looks like the Indians offense is doing really well. Let's take a look at Brad Hand. Brad Hand is doing really good. 13 saves, 2.79 ERA, 19 innings, 23 strikeouts, 1.086 whip. He's doing pretty good. The Indians are looking pretty good so far. So let's take a look at the Mariners. This is one I'm really intrigued by, because the Mariners, how many wins was that? 30-22. What in the world? I remember the Mariners got off to a really good start last year, and I wanted to believe in them so much, and then they just broke my heart a little bit. I'm waiting for Mariners baseball to get back to the playoffs. I mean, goodness, that city, ever since they lost, since the 2001 Mariners, it's like, what in the world has happened to that team? They just can't get back to the postseason. I know that city will be so happy when the Mariners make it back. But whatever. As for the offense, so right now, Shed Long, Malik Smith, Kevin Pillar is on the Red Sox. How is he? I mean, this simulation must be doing trades and stuff too. This is basically like MLB The Show and MVP baseball. Like, the computer is just doing trades and free agent signings. That's crazy. Kevin Pillar has a wins above replacement of 1.1. Wow. Okay, so right now it has Kevin Pillar, 323 average, a homer, 13 RBIs. Okay, Kevin Pillar does not get on base that much. Kevin Pillar is not really a guy that gets on base. But right now, Shed Long, it looks like he's their most productive hitter. 286 average, 11 homers, 33 RBIs. What did Shed Long do last year? What in the world? 2019, he only had 152 at-bats, a negative 0.1 wins above replacement. Right now, this simulation, they like him. He's having a bit of a breakout. So let's take a look at the pitching. So right now, you see Kikuchi, 1.3 wins above replacement. He's 5-1, 2.73 ERA, 1.25 whip. I mean, pretty decent. Marco Gonzalez, he's doing fine. So Kendall Graveman, he's actually not doing very good. Who are the other guys here? Yeah, a couple guys there with ERAs in the 6s. So it looks like they're getting good production out of the top two guys, Gonzalez and UC Kikuchi. What in the world did he do last year? Not really much. He was 0.6 wins above replacement, 6-11. I mean, he threw a lot of innings. So was that his first year last year? Yeah, it was his first year. But hey, the simulation likes him. Right now, those two atop the rotation are carrying the pitching. As for the bullpen, looks like they got some saves all over the place. Taylor Gubeau, who is this? Okay, he threw some innings last year. Looks like maybe he was a rookie. Yep, so, okay. He only threw 17 games. Looks like he got called up a little later. But he's stepping up in the bullpen. He's got 7 saves. Oh, but his ERA, 4.58. So it looks like maybe he was struggling and they took him out. Carl Edwards, Matt McGill, those guys are contributing. So it looks like the Mariners they're getting contribution from all over the place. It looks like there are guys that are struggling. I don't know how long this is going to last, though. I mean, there's not really one guy in that offense that is really stepping up. I mean, it'll be cool to see how the simulation goes for Shed Long here. Okay, so moving on to the National League. I mean, I'm not surprised how this looks in the NL East. The Braves, Nationals, Mets. I do have the Mets finishing second. But I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up like that too. I mean, the Nationals got a ton of rest after that World Series run. So I'm okay with that. But the Phillies, what is going on with the Phillies? Let's take a look here. They're 20-30. JT Realmuto, he is their most productive player. He has 7 homers, 24 RBIs. Where is Harper? A 0.4 wins above replacement. Wow. Harper is struggling right now. A 198 average, 6 homers, 16 RBIs through 50 games. Wow. The projections do not like Bryce Harper here. That is crazy. See, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying with the simulation, this out of the park baseball. I don't know. With Harper, I don't think he's going to be that. I don't know. That seems a little too drastic. I could see an average. Maybe his average would be a little lower. Like, for instance, last year, his average was 260. I can see his average being around that. But, I mean, come on. He's going to have a few more home runs than that. He's going to have more RBIs than that. I mean, come on. He's gonna be a lot more productive than that. I don't buy that very much. But let's see what else. Didi Gregorius, he's proving to be a good signing. McCutcheon is doing pretty good. It looks like, okay, so he's only played 27 games, so it looks like his knee injury, he started a little late, but he's playing decent. He's got an on base of 372. Let's check out the pitching. Let's see where in the world is Zach Wheeler? Zach Wheeler, oh goodness. 4-4, 4.52 ERA. I don't know if Zach Wheeler is going to be that bad. I could see an ERA maybe closer to 4 in the high 3s. I don't know. Aaron Nola's doing okay, 4-3. ERA 4.05. Ranger Suarez is doing really good. 2.68 ERA. 47 innings pitched. Let's check out kind of how the rotation is looking. Arrieta's doing awful. 5.87 ERA. Vince Velasquez. That's what I'm not surprised seeing that. I could see Zach Wheeler doing a little better than that. But I'm not surprised about how this pitching is looking. I've been saying that. I mean, Aaron Nola to me is more like a 2 or a 3 in the rotation. I don't know. I don't think Nola is going to be like a top of the rotation guy. I think they need someone at the top of that rotation. Like, I mean, honestly, I could say Zach Wheeler is a 2. I mean, both to me, Wheeler and Nola are like a 2 and a 3. I don't really see those guys as like an ace. So, I don't know. I think the Phillies, I think they need to go out in this offseason. I think they really need to pick up like a top of the rotation kind of guy, like a Garrett Cole in this past offseason would have been amazing for that pitching staff. But I digress. So that's what's going on with the Phillies here. Cardinals, like, look at the Pirates, 3 games behind. That's a big surprise team here. Let's take a look at how they're doing. Wins above replacement. Adam Fraser, he's doing pretty good here. Let's check out Adam Fraser. So last year he was decent. He was a productive player. 2 wins, 278 average, 50 RBIs, 10 homers. I mean, but he's doing really well in this simulation here. He's getting on base a ton. He's got a 942 OPS. Brian Reynolds, I mean, I'm a little surprised there. He had a wins above replacement at 4 last year. A little surprised there. He's kind of stumbling a little bit in this simulation. He's not doing bad by any means. I mean, that's only through a third of a season, really. But Frazier is looking like the guy right now. Most RBIs, that's Polanco. He's having a pretty good start to the year. Let's check out the pitching here. Okay, so they got Musgrove and Trevor Williams are both doing really good. Chris Archer's doing pretty good. He's 2-6, but his ERA is not bad. Mitch Keller, Chris Stratton. So the Pirates rotation is actually looking okay. So, hey, maybe some of these guys step up this year and the Pirates surprise some people. Right now, Nick Birdie, he is doing okay. I would imagine Keon Kella. I mean, I would think he's going to do better than that. Last year, he was really good. He had a 2.12 ERA in 29 innings. I would think he's going to do a little better than that. But, I mean, hey, Pirates are looking pretty good. I mean, decent offense, decent pitching. Looking at the Cubs, though. What is going on with the Cubs? Looking at the Cubs here. Let's see. Chris Bryant, he's being Chris Bryant. Javier Baez. Rizzo. Wow, yeah, some guys are really kind of struggling here. Like, even Rizzo, he's not really doing as good as I would think. Like last year, Rizzo, he had wins above replacement of 4, but still, they're about almost a third of the way through here. I would imagine Rizzo would be, picking up the pace a little bit here. He's only got 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. But moving on to the pitching, I'm very curious about this pitching. Wow. Now, one pitcher has a WAR above a 1. So let's take a look here. So Kyle Hendricks, 4.13 ERA. Wow, Yu Darvish is doing really bad. 5.59 ERA. Lester's actually doing pretty good. 3.61 ERA. Quintana, he is struggling. 6.89 ERA. Chatwood's struggling. 6.36. Wow. So there's a big problem right there. So they don't besides John Lester, that rotation is really struggling. They're not getting production from a lot of people here. besides like Chris Bryant and Baez, they're not really getting much. But moving on, let's take a look. Looking at the Dodgers, I'm intrigued to see how Mookie Betts is looking so far. I'm not surprised about Bellinger. He's already just tearing it apart. 16 home runs, 38 RBIs. Look at Corey Seager. Wow, Corey Seager. So if they've played almost about a third of a season so far, Corey Seager, he's almost at the WAR he had last year. So Seager's having a good start. He's doing really well. Justin Turner's doing well. Jock Peterson is ahead of a Mookie Betts. Wow. Look at this. How is Mookie has 11 homers, 37 RBIs. Wow. Oh, look at Jock Peterson. His OPS is higher. Oh, look at this. So with Mookie Betts, his on-base percentage is lower than normal. So, it makes me think maybe Mookie in this simulation is being a little aggressive, and doesn't seem like he's striking out very much. Same strikeouts. So it seems like, so there it is right there. Jock Peterson, he has 27 walks compared to Mookie Betts' 12. So Mookie Betts is he's not getting on base. So maybe Mookie's he's in his free agent year. He's kind of pushing a little bit. Let's take a look at Gavin Lux here. 289 average, 5 homers, 19 RBIs. He's doing fine. It's a rookie year. So let's actually go check out their pitching. I remember their pitching was actually looking pretty good here. They had Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw. Those guys, oh my goodness. Those guys, Kershaw 4-0, Walker Buehler 7-1, 11-1 combined. Look at those ERAs. Look at Brusdar Graterol here, 2.86 ERA. He's pitching a lot out of that bullpen. 28 innings already. David Price is looking really good. Perfect for the third starter here. 4-1, 3.14 ERA, 63 innings so far. So he's healthy. He's doing pretty good. Whip. Wow, that top three. Look at that top three. Kershaw, Buehler, and Price are doing awesome. Look at Urias, 3.56 ERA. Ferguson, 3.42 ERA. Jansen has 14 saves. They're getting production. Dustin May, he's struggling. He's only started 3 games. I wonder what happened there. Did he get injured in this simulation? Look at Caleb Ferguson, 3.42 ERA. But yeah, the Dodgers right now are currently the best team. They're 35-14, and the Yankees are 32-19. So let's actually check out the Yankees really quick. So right now the Yankees, we checked earlier at the wins above replacements. The Yankees 2.5 wins above replacement. Gleyber Torres 2.4 wins above replacement. DJ LeMahieu's doing pretty good. Look at Aaron Judge. He's struggling. Wow, 229 batting average, only 11 homers, 27 RBIs. How's Stanton doing? Wow, look at Stanton. What is going on with Giancarlo Stanton? Could that be the worst contract of all time? Goodness gracious, 234 average. He's hitting some home runs. 37 RBIs. He's only got an on base of 321 though. For a guy that's making that much money, if that is what you're gonna see in real life, I know this is a simulation, but if that is what you're gonna see, that guy is getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars. If I'm Brian Cashman and I'm looking at that, I'm a little like, I don't know. They're getting pretty good production here. They got 11 guys with at least half of a win above replacement. I'm a little surprised here. I'm surprised Judge doesn't have a higher wins above replacement. I'm surprised Stanton is doing very good. I'm a little surprised with Urshela here, 259 average. But they're getting production. So they got at least 4 guys with at least 10 home runs, and Urshela's right there with 9. Voit is right there with 8. Let's take a look at the pitching. So Garrett Cole, he's doing what he's got to do. 2.7 WAR, 5-2, 3.08 ERA, 106 strikeouts in 76 innings. Garrett Cole's doing great. So let's check out how the rotation's doing. J.A. Happ's doing pretty good. 5-2, 4.08 ERA. Tanaka, he's been fine. 3-2, 4.10. Who is this? Loaiziga. Yankee fans, tell me about this guy. Who is this? So last year, it looked like that was like a rookie year. Oh, he pitched in 2018. Came up. He hasn't really done very good, but the projections are liking him so far. He's doing pretty good. He's got a 1.3 wins above replacement. Taking a look at the bullpen. So Chapman, he's being Chapman. 13 saves, 2.6 ERA. Chad Green, Conley both have a save. Let's see how the rest of the bullpen's doing. Chad Green, 4.37 ERA. Britton is really struggling here. 7.56 ERA. Ottavino is doing awesome. So that looks like maybe the difference between the Yankees and the Dodgers here is this Yankee bullpen is struggling in this simulation. Very interesting. Let's check out the Rockies really quick. I'm very intrigued because, hey, this Rockies team, a lot of people are kind of counting them out. But right now, I mean, look at the production. Top 5 guys with at least a 1 WAR. Arenado at the top, Story, David Dahl, Blackman, Murphy. My guess is this pitching is doing pretty good. Senzatella, who is this? 2-2, 3.29 ERA in 54 innings so far. How did he do last year? He was awful last year. What in the world? I mean, he's not a rookie. He's pitched. How in the world is the simulation having him do this well? He has not done good. He debuted in 2017, pitched 134 innings and a 4.68 ERA, and he did horrible last year in 25 starts. How is this simulation liking him? They have Danny Salazar, Herman Marquez, Freeland. I'm surprised. I mean, he's not doing bad. John Gray is doing really bad. 3-4 wins and losses, 6.44 ERA. Wade Davis, 4 holds. Scott Oberg. So it looks like Jairo Diaz right now is the closer. So they got a good closer going right now. He has a 3.32 ERA. But it looks like they're just getting decent production out of the starting rotation. So let's see. Yeah, Marquez leading the way. I mean, yeah, but their top 4 guys have ERAs. There's only one guy who has a pretty high ERA, and that's John Gray. That's surprising to me. But yeah, so it looks like the Rockies are having some guys step up here. Just for fun, let's check out how my Red Sox are doing. Like to see how Alex Verdugo is doing. I don't even see him when I clicked on wins above replacement. Bogarts, Devers are both doing Bogarts and Dever kind of things. Christian Vasquez is actually doing pretty good. Jackie Bradley's doing pretty good. I'm guessing his defense is helping him out here. Who's leading home runs? Devers. 14 home runs for Devers. Wow. Through a third of the year. So they have him on pace really for around like 45 home runs. Mitch Moreland with 10. JD Martinez with 10. This offense is looking pretty good. But before I even go to the pitching, this pitching is probably going to be really bad. But I'm interested to see Alex Verdugo. He's in 30 games so far. Ooh. Alex Verdugo he is not doing very good as Mookie Betts' replacement. He has a negative 0.5 wins above replacement. Oh boy. If Verdugo is going to be this bad in his first year in Boston, oh boy. I don't know how Boston fans are going to like that. They will be begging Red Sox ownership to throw $500 million at Mookie Betts. They say, get this Verdugo guy out of here. He stinks. Get about Chavis is actually struggling as well. Negative 0.2. He's not doing very good. I don't know. But let's check out this pitching. So this pitching, they have not one guy with a wins above replacement of at least 1. They have a reliever. Matt Barnes is the closer. Why is Matt Barnes the closer? Why isn't Brandon Workman the closer? Brandon Workman is the closer here. Why is Matt Barnes the closer? That's obviously not going to be happening here. Whatever. I mean, Matt Barnes is doing fine. But, yeah, I don't know. But let's check. Well, actually, let's check who do they have in this rotation. So, Eduardo Rodriguez, 6-4, 3.91. That looks like an Eduardo Rodriguez kind of a year. Oh, my goodness. Look at Nathan Eovaldi. 1-7, 8.05 ERA. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, these projections do not like Eovaldi. Colin McHugh, they brought him in. He's doing fine. 4.12 ERA. Martin Perez. Oh my goodness. Oh, they do not like Martin Perez at Fenway Park. 2-3, 8.52 ERA. Oh my goodness, Ryan Weber. What in the world? Oh, this pitching is really bad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this pitching is terrible. That is going to be a huge priority in the offseason. This pitching stinks. Oh my God. How does Eovaldi... I remember in MLB The Show, I was doing some simulations of the Red Sox seasons, and they did not like Eovaldi in that game either. So he has a lot of things to prove wrong here. He has to prove some people wrong. He's got to prove MLB The Show wrong. He's got to prove Baseball Reference wrong. Man, I hope we get Nasty Nate back. I hope he has a good year this year. But if you really think about it, right now with the Red Sox, they're in here, they're 24-28. Eovaldi had 7 of those losses. If Eovaldi proves the simulation's wrong, imagine where the Red Sox could be here, because Eduardo Rodriguez is doing pretty good. If Eovaldi can turn it around, I mean, who knows? Maybe the Red Sox have a few more wins here, and they're instead of 24-28, maybe they're 27-25, and they're only a few games behind the Rays. So who knows? I mean, it's interesting looking at the simulations, but yeah, I think with the simulation here, this out of the park baseball, I think they get some things right, but I think there's some things that they're gonna get wrong. And so there's just some guys like Bryce Harper struggling. I don't know if I see that. I don't know. There's some guys where there's some surprise guys here that are helping teams like the Mariners do pretty good. The Pirates do pretty good. It's going to be very interesting to see how the simulation keeps moving forward. I would imagine the Mariners, you got the Astros right there, half a game back. Even the Angels are 3 back. I could imagine the Mariners start to fade after a little while. I don't know if they have the talent to keep it going. Just like last year, the Mariners got off to a really good start and they kind of just faded, Looking at the Diamondbacks, I could imagine the Diamondbacks starting to pick up the pace. They have a good team. I would imagine the Reds start to pick up the pace here. Hey, the Pirates in this simulation, the Pirates have good talent in their system. And, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if the Pirates somehow maybe finished 4th. I don't know about the Cubs. I don't think the Cubs are going to be that bad. They got talent on that team. But, I think some of this is good. I think some of this is a little off. But that's how it's looking so far. Those are the standings. Those are the guys that are leading the way in stats. So tell me down below what you think in the comments. What do you think of this so far? Do you think this is accurate? Tell me some things that you think are going to be wrong. Tell me some things that you think are going to be right here. But yeah, definitely give this a look. By the way, I wanted to shout out Smitty C Baseball. I saw he suggested this on Giraffe Neck Mark's or one of his videos. I don't know if Giraffe Neck Mark if he'll see that comment or not, but he suggested to do a reaction video to Baseball Reference. So I saw the suggestion. I thought it was a good idea. I figured I'd do it myself too. Hopefully Giraffe Neck Mark can take a look at this as well. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, Smitty C Baseball. I'll put his link down below in the description. He likes to talk baseball like me, so go give him a follow. Go give him some support. Yeah, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.